Welcome to the deep dive. We've got some really cool stuff to unpack today. It's all about Rahul Parwal, a software tester.
Sounds fun.
It is. You guys sent us some really interesting sources about him.
Yeah, we have his blog, Rahul's Testing Titbits. Love the name, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
And of course, his LinkedIn profile. Both give us like a glimpse into his career and just the wealth of knowledge that he shares with, the testing world.
Totally. So our main goal today is to kind of figure out what makes Rahul stand out in the software testing world. What can we learn from him? What's his secret sauce?
Well, both his blog and LinkedIn just scream passion for testing. Like his LinkedIn profile literally says, "Hi there, I'm Rahul Parwal, your testing buddy." So he's not just doing this for a job, he really loves it.
I love that.
Eh.
He really is a testing buddy from what I can tell. His blog, Rahul's Testing Tidbits, is jam-packed with stories, tips, even templates and cheat sheets. It's awesome.
It's like he wants to make learning about testing fun and accessible for everyone.
Exactly. And he has this whole section called free resources on his blog.
Oh, yeah.
It's full of, templates, toolkits, cheat sheets, the kind of stuff that can really help someone who's just starting out, or honestly, even like a pro who just wants some fresh ideas.
Right.
So cool.
Definitely.
So giving back to the community is obviously very important to him.
Huge.
And speaking of giving back, he actually won the Weinberg Testing Excellence Award.
Oh, wow.
That's huge in the software testing world.
It's
there.
a big deal. Winning this award, especially in the Rising Star category, is a huge testament to the impact that he's already had on the field. And, Jerry Weinberg was a legend. He was known for his incredible insights and his thought leadership in the testing world.
Oh, yeah.
So to get this award, it basically means they're carrying on that legacy, pushing testing forward.
So impressive. And that's not his only recognition. He's Ministry of Testing Community Certified, SuperVoice 2022 title winner, an XMind ambassador, a Lambda Test Spartan, a BrowserStack champion. Wow, the list goes on.
It's not even just the number of them, it's the variety. They come from all corners of the testing world.
That's true.
It shows that he's comfortable exploring different areas of testing, Not afraid to push those boundaries.
Let's dive into some of those areas of expertise. So both his blog and LinkedIn profile show that he's done work with AI in testing, which is a really hot topic right now.
Absolutely. And it's not just a hobby. He actually participated in a specific AI in testing learning program through the Ministry of Testing.
Wow.
He really went deep and then documented the entire journey on his blog so others could follow along.
Amazing. And he even has a whole course on AI prompting. So using AI tools to design better tests.
Yeah. And another course on bug advocacy.
Oh, cool.
It's all about becoming a champion for quality in your team, making sure people really understand the impact of bugs.
I see.
And that we need the resources to fix them, the right processes,
Right.
all that.
It seems like this passion for testing goes hand in hand with his drive to just keep learning and developing new skills. And then on top of all that, he has all the kind of classic traditional testing skills down pat.
Oh, yeah.
Like context-driven testing.
Just for anyone listening who might not know, context-driven testing basically means tailoring your testing approach to the specific context of the software you're working on.
Makes sense.
Right. There's no one-size-fits-all method. He's also big on problem solving and requirement exploration, which I think are so essential for any tester.
Definitely.
You have to understand what the user needs and head off potential issues before they become big problems.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, he has all the technical skills you'd expect, C#, .NET, Unit. He even does ATI testing, which, by the way, is getting more and more important.
Oh, yeah, for sure. APIs are everywhere now.
Everything's connected. And he's like a total mind mapping and productivity geek. I think he's a big fan of XMind. It's this cool tool for, brainstorming, making plans. It's great for organizing your thoughts, especially in the kind of crazy, complex world of software testing.
That's a good point. I hadn't even thought of it like that.
Right. And then, the other thing that really jumps out from his profile, his focus on community, on mentoring, he's super active in the testing community.
Yeah?
He's not just out there for himself. He wants the whole field to succeed.
I love that.
Right.
Okay, so speaking of success, let's look at his contest wins section on his blog. It's pretty mind-blowing.
Right. He's won so many, and not just random contests. He's conquered Signathon, the Test Tribe twice, and the ACCLQ Hackathon.
Wow.
Those are tough competitions. You need serious testing skills and a knack for creative problem solving.
It's amazing how he can apply those skills to all these different scenarios. It speaks to his technical ability, but also just thinking on his feet.
He's definitely not afraid of a challenge.
No. And then his LinkedIn profile has this licenses and certifications section. It's insane.
Right. It's like a mile long.
Yeah.
And it shows like his dedication to continuous learning. He's got certifications for everything: AI and testing, automation frameworks, specific testing tools. He's always staying ahead of the curve.
And remember how he shares his study notes
Yes.
from workshops and courses on his blog? It's amazing.
He's like building his own testing university online.
He is. And you know what's so cool? He doesn't stop at just the technical stuff. He's written a whole book called Heuristics for Effective Public Speaking.
Oh, wow.
And on LinkedIn, it says he was an activity and personality development mentor.
That's interesting.
Right. So he really gets that communication and, personal growth are important, even in a field that's very technical like this.
Absolutely.
It's not just about finding bugs. You have to be able to communicate them clearly, advocate for improvements.
Yeah.
It's a people skill.
It really is. So we've covered a lot. Rahul is passionate, he's skilled, he wins awards, he's a lifelong learner.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
What are some of the big takeaways for you?
Well, one thing that really stands out is this. Passion for testing combined with, dedication to learning and sharing knowledge, it can really lead to success. He's a great example of that.
He is, and it really highlights that continuous learning is so crucial. Especially in a field like software testing. Things change so fast, you can't just sit back and relax. You have to adapt.
Definitely. And then Rahul's involvement in the community.
Oh, yeah.
It shows that collaboration is super powerful.
He mentors, he participates in events, he shares his knowledge, and that helps him grow, but it also helps the whole field grow.
It's like he's creating a ripple effect. Yeah, it's like he's saying we're all in this together.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about his focus on soft skills. And he even wrote a book called Heuristics for Effective Public Speaking. I think that's so important for anyone, especially in a technical field like software testing.
Definitely. Think about it. Testers have to explain sometimes really complex technical issues to people who don't have that background.
Right.
You have to be able to advocate for changes, explain things clearly, get people on board with your solutions, even convince people to maybe delay a launch if there are a serious quality concerns.
Oh, for sure. It's not enough to just know the technical stuff. You have to be able to bring people along with you.
Exactly. And that's where public speaking skills come in. Being able to, present your ideas clearly, confidently, keep people engaged. That's huge.
So without giving away all of Rahul's secrets, what are some of the big takeaways from his book? What does he recommend for people who want to be better public speakers?
Well, one thing he emphasizes is understanding your audience. Who are you talking to? What are their concerns? What kind of language is going to resonate with them? He also talks about, telling a story.
Oh, yeah. Stories.
Because stories are just way more engaging than just, a list of facts and figures,
That's how we learn.
And, of course, he talks about visuals. A well-designed presentation or even a simple diagram can, make a huge difference. And then there's the, the part that we all have to face, practice.
That's the key.
Even experienced speakers still practice before big presentations. And it's interesting how he connects this back to software testing.
How so?
Well, it really highlights that testing is so much more than just a technical thing, It's about communication. It's about collaborating with others, working with people, and ultimately influencing positive change.
Right. And then his experience as an activity and personality development mentor also shows that he really gets the human side of things.
Yeah.
It's not just about perfect code. It's about building something great together.
Exactly. So thinking back to what we talked about at the beginning, what can you, as a listener, learn from Rahul's journey? There's some powerful stuff here.
There is.
And it's not just about software testing either.
No, it applies to pretty much any career.
Right.
So one of the biggest takeaways for me is just never stop learning.
Continuous learning.
Rahul is always seeking out new knowledge. He's trying new tools, challenging himself.
And he shares what he learns.
Always. He lifts others up while he's climbing.
I love that. And don't forget about passion, right? Finding what you love and going for it.
Oh, yeah.
You can just tell how much he loves testing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that reminds us that work doesn't have to just be a job. When you find something that you're passionate about, it's energizing.
Totally. And he's a great example of the power of community, too. Connecting with other people, mentoring, sharing ideas. He does it all.
Right. It reminds us that we can achieve way more when we work together, when we support each other,
And for our listeners who are maybe just starting out in their